Okay. So, Symphony of the Night. 0 challenge run. Double rune swords. Top 10 console boot up sounds. That would probably be maybe my favorite one. I mean, I love the GameCube one too, but that one I think is the best one of all time. I think the PS2 one's good too, but I don't know. I like that one better. You know, even though this run is totally broken, we still get some of the best video game music. It's more a celebration of that than anything else. So for those that are new to this, everything was randomized, which is why I ended up getting a duplicator and some of the most broken shit in the game. I need a couple more runes. I need to get to Shaft. But yeah, enemies aren't random. I think this randomizer is cool, could use a little bit more work. But I think it's still being actively worked on, so it's a new randomizer. And the idea being, like, you can randomize the items that enemies drop, which is why I have rune swords. You can randomize just the positions of any other random shit. So, like, you know, essential key items are randomized as well. Hang on. Fucking, what is it? It's, I like how chat immediately knew what I was trying to do just by the weird, like, dance moves that Alucard was getting down with. For anyone who missed the previous stream I did of this, I should probably show you, just how broken this run has become. For example, say I'm hungry. Well, I have all this. You may be wondering, how do I have all this? I have a duplicator. Randomly found a fucking duplicator. I also have, an item that can destroy everything on the screen. So I just don't need to do anything ever again. No shield rod, but I have a shield. Oh yeah, I have bats too. Monster vial. Where is the monster vial? Where is that son of a bitch? Where is that son of a bitch? There's no auto sort, is there? Man, my Matthew McConaughey got real scummy over the years. There is an auto sort? What auto? Long Island, there's an auto sort? Alucard, you tried to invade this castle? With bats? Square on the category selection. Ow. Ow. Thanks. So this is where Shaft is. Shaft is down there. Goggles. That's all I need, right? Like, I don't really even... I can defeat Shaft now, yes? Or I need glasses. Wait, they're not the holy glasses. You needed the holy... You needed the holy glasses. Shit. I thought it was goggles. Inverted Castle has Shaft. Yeah, but you can fight, instead of Richter, you fight a ball. Attack the orb over Richter when you've got the goggles on. Well, how do I get down here? I don't remember that either. You need gold plus silver rings to get them. Gotcha. There's a switch for this. I don't remember that. Switch behind the blue door. I still can't open blue doors. The randomizer is kicking my ass right now. I'm broken, but I can't open doors. I don't... Yeah, I think there's some logic to prevent soft locks. Explore the Colosseum with Orlocks. I will try to do that. The shop in the library? No, I don't think the jewel was in there. So yeah, I need to be mist for this door, and I don't have mist yet. I have mist things, but not mist. So this is a long-ass trip for no fucking reason. I don't even know how to get to Orlocks at the moment. Vinny, you have gas cloud? Well, I do, but I can't... It won't let me press the button. Gas is mist. You need form of mists. Gas cloud's an upgrade. Right. In the clock tower room, every other minute the left statue moves. I just did that. There's a secret in the empty room. Alright, let's do that. I remember that. You have to hold down, I think. Right? Or you just wait. Get down there. G-Force Driver is now available. Ramen and dim sum. So people are just calling it the Weeb Room. Come on, chat. I was hoping there would be a relic down there. Go back to the clock room for Orlocks and keep jumping. Really? Vinny, you skipped the door. Oh, is that what I missed over there? God damn it. I should know these things by now. I really should. I did consider not finishing this. But again, considering that Symphony isn't the sharpest tool in the shed, hardest game ever, I just said, fuck it. Let me play it. Let me just enjoy what... Let me enjoy what the game is. I'll enjoy the music, the art, the locations, and then I'll also enjoy getting lost and trying to find an item for 4 hours. Someone said, you can laugh, you can cry. Whatever you do, don't hurt each other. Tommy, is doing another tour of the room. I can't believe I missed that door. He's bringing it to New York City. I considered going, but I've already seen the room 1,000 times, and I've already met Tommy, and I've been at a screening, and it's like, well, I don't really want to go again. I don't really want to go again. Someone said that if you use 2 rune swords, there's a special attack, 2 at the same time. Nope. Someone in chat just said, watch Room, it's funny, movie I make on purpose is funny on purpose. Vinny, I remember you saying that Tommy was very wet when you met him. He was dripping. I assumed at first it was sweat, but now I'm convinced it was just his essence melting. Like, you know how, if you have, like, a soda on a hot day, it draws moist to it because of condensation? Tommy is a soda. What did he smell like? I don't remember. I don't think it was unpleasant. I would have noted unpleasantness, but I think Tommy probably... He smelled... maybe, if someone has the video of me talking about that experience, I went into more detail about it. But it wasn't unpleasant, is what I'm trying to say. You want gyro? Orlocks, you want gyro? Throwing plates of food in the middle of a fight. I know, I love it. I love that I can just throw around free gyros at any moment. With no consequence. Gyros. You like it, the juice, huh? That wolf looks terrible. Always has, always will. That's why the Symphony of the Night engine that this one person's making on PC. There's a complete wolf redesign. It looks great. I just somehow just memory activated. And a good fucking thing too, because I found a vital, essential item in there. There's a Pokemon Direct happening soon, which I will not be streaming because it's at 9 AM. I don't know why Nintendo continues to insist that 9 AM is a great time for a Nintendo Direct. It's June 5th, so it's before E3, which, what are you doing, Nintendo? Oh, Japan, yeah. Someone said, imagine living on a globe. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man. This globe stuff. I mean, the Weather Channel has been perpetuating this for years, man. Think about what they have to gain. But yeah, no, I won't be streaming at 9 AM. I'm in bed, like, 3 or 4 hours before that. But you knew that. I mean, that's why I'm up now. So what instead I will do is, the day of Pokemon Direct, I will probably not look at it, or I will look at it and then just talk about it on stream. That's all. Have you talked about Death Stranding tonight? Not yet, no. I don't know what's going on with Death Stranding. Potential release date on the 29th. You mean release date reveal on the 29th? Get ready for ridiculous music. This is one of those songs that had to grow on me for a bit. When I first played the game, I was like, what is this weird music? And then it became one of my top, like, songs in the whole soundtrack. I haven't hit a save point up in a long time. I'm a little worried. Let's just not do the boss. Let's just not do the boss right now. God damn it. Well, I mean, this is good. I want the save point, but god damn it, I want to listen to the music! I remember there being a good item at the end of this hallway. Now it's probably gonna be a pork bun. Zircon. Someone said, I didn't realize how many enemies from this game were ripped straight into Order of Ecclesia. See now, I'm gonna stream Order of Ecclesia at some point. I don't remember what that was like. Ring of Pails. Ring with Holy Powers. I remember this being pretty good, I guess. Alright, I'll just leave it on. But, yeah, there's always been reused sprites. It's homage. It's homlets. And they just upgrade the animations a bit sometimes, and sometimes not even. Like how they incorporate, like, spooky Castlevania music into even the songs that don't sound like Castlevania music. It's like when the James Bond theme comes up. Or Mission Impossible. You can just fit it into anything. There's a breakable ceiling block that I need to find. Vinny, are you going to watch Rocket Man? Man, I didn't even see the Freddie Mercury movie. Unless William Shatner plays Elton John, I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm a Rocket Man. What about the movie Yesterday? That seems interesting. The concept for the movie is cool. It's, someone exists in a world where the Beatles never happened, but he remembers all the Beatles songs, so he remembers them and writes them and releases them and becomes famous off of them.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Open hell's gate! Come forth, my servants! The scent of your blood. You're a Belmont. Crush this flea who invades my castle! I'm certain that was a Belmont, so he says he's the lord of this castle.
Die! Now I have Fast Wolf. Still don't have the ability to go through blue doors. Check underneath Dracula's keep. Or treasure. Top left of the church tower with mist. You can do that with mist? I thought you needed the walk armor. I'm good. I had allergies, believe it or not. I don't know why people wouldn't believe that. But yeah, I had some... Today was a day I noticed my allergies happen. Have you checked under the merchant's chair? Vinny, no, you need the spike mail. Yeah, you need the spike mail for that. That's what I'm saying. On the second screen in the alchemy lab, there is a ceiling hole that has a relic. Gnome squishy fart, please. No. Vinny, any cool shit happening for you this upcoming June? Well, there's a cool game that I can't talk about that I for some reason I can't talk about. I don't know why I can't talk about it. It's kind of ridiculous. But there's a cool game that's happening that I'm going to play. for one. It's nothing even crazy. I have too many games that I'm going to, which is a convention you can come to as well. Google it. And that's about it. Oh, and E3. Okay, so Alchemy Lab. There's a ceiling. I see it. Okay. You can now do the wolf form special room near entrance. Right, I remember that. I don't remember exactly how to do it, but I remember it. The fuck? What are they incubating in here? This is turkey mode? Go back to the room you fought the boss in? Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. It's a lot of backtracking in random mode. I mean, the actual game has some pretty extensive backtracking too, but... There's also... Yeah, there's the room where I have to use the wolf, the bat, and... the mist, I think. I love it when Alucard's, like, incredulous about the things that are happening. What? Like, he can't believe that he would get poisoned. Him, Alucard, Tepesh, Teepees, Adrian, what's his full name? It's Adrian von Tepesh? Fahrenheit. Adrian Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit's. It's... Oh. Vinny, the floor is breakable in the room you just were in the vertical halls. This better be the god item. I even gotta switch my goddamn weapon. This game wants me to do things. What happened to my free ride, man? Alright, I'll do what I have to do. I'll use dynamite. Armor! Perhaps one can use the dark armor too. God damn it. The duplicator is lowering your stats with it on? Really? That's something that's been happening this whole time? My stats have been lowered because of it? What? It's worth duplicating gyros, though. Speaking of, I know what I'm getting for lunch tomorrow. Thanks, chat. Sword card. Okay, well this is good for meme potential. Slice! Low-level sword can barely hit anything. Low-level sword doesn't have eyes. Actually, all sword doesn't have eyes. There it is. I want to find that voice actor. The one who went SLICE! I want to interview them. Alright, so I did everything in there. Then there's the secret room. And I don't know where else to fucking check. The relic above the castle entrance. I thought I did. Guess maybe I didn't. Castle keep, top left side below the throne room has a relic. Top right of clock tower. Okay. I'm gonna go this way and teleport there. So, we'll get there eventually. Once I get the blue relic, a lot of areas open up, and then I just need the gold and silver ring, and then I just need a bunch of other things, and then I can die. In the clock room, if you have the clock special item, you can open the top right room. I need the cube of Zoe in order to open that room. Anyway, I'd like to tell you a poem I just wrote from waiting in that room, hearing the clock. Here's a poem. Ticking away the moments that make up a dull day. You fritter and waste the hours in an offhand way. Kicking around on a piece of ground in your hometown, waiting for something or someone to tell you you smell. A poem! The lad fancies himself a poet! BizHawk, to answer a question in chat that I won't read the question out loud. Because, Bad. Just saying random words put together. BizHawk. That's all. So does anyone want to go halfsies with me to get me the David Gilmour guitar that he's selling, the Black Strat? That's $150,000 at an auction that a millionaire is probably going to buy for $1 million. Someone said, don't be materialistic, Vin. Well, we'll go halfsies. I want to mortgage my house real quick, and then I'll... No? Vinny, library relic. Okay, we can do the library relic. Do I even have a library card? Yeah, I do. Thank you!
What can I do for you?
I'm interested in this.
Farewell for now.
The Vorpal... Dual Vorpal? Really? Yeah, alright.
What can I do for you?
This has nothing to do with any kind of relics. But I have some...
Thank you.
Oh, the Vorpal is, like a chrysogram, or however the fuck you say that, but not quite as good. Am I going to a dead end? Oh, yeah, where am I going? Eating the peen. This is an original. How many of these do I need to do again? Good enough. I mean, yeah, there I would have gotten an item, but I'm looking for relics, not items. There was one more thing. Yeah, there's 3 things you can get. Watch, in order to complete this run, I'm gonna have to go back and do that again. I can fucking see it now. Now, my memory of earlier when I was playing Half-Life, being in the doctor's office for some reason, I don't know what the hell that memory was. But this, for sure, I remember being really sick. I was home from school for a couple weeks when I got this game. I don't remember. Maybe it was strep throat. Vinny, have you watched that show Barry on HBO? I watched the first episode. I liked it. Vinny, you said it was the flu a couple of years ago? A couple of years ago, Vinny probably knows best. Because it was closer to when I had the flu. But yeah, it probably was. I don't know. Someone said, how the fuck would you remember that? Well, that's the thing, I mean, maybe it was the flu. I just remember being sick. Because I played a lot of this while I was sick. And it was good because I was home from school. I was like, oh, this is awesome. But I feel like shit. But I have Castlevania, so it doesn't matter. Okay, thank God. I was about to lose my shit. Fuck this. What is this relic? Displays enemy names. There's exactly 1 place left you can check. Alright, hit me with it. I think I can just use the library card. Spot under Drax's room. Using the library card in the library takes you to the library. Here's another weird association. This game makes me want to watch Young Frankenstein. Yeah, I mean, they're in the same realm, I guess, the same ballpark. But yeah, Frankenstein. Oh, here it is. I almost didn't make it. Ran out of magic. The Jewel of Open. The last possible location. I guess I'm mostly looking for the gold and silver ring. You can hit the catacombs too, yeah. Vinny, do you still remember that Staten Island Conference House video you made with this music. Yeah, it's probably on YouTube somewhere. I did a spooky house. I had to edit a spooky house video, and I used that music. 2 songs from this game, actually. It makes for good spooky house music. The gold and silver rings are in the same locations they normally are. Okay. Oh yeah, now you get the names of the enemies. So you can see the Luigi table. That's right. A map randomizer for this would be cool, or an arcade mode like Super Metroid Arcade. You need Spike Breaker to get the silver ring. How about the gold ring? Don't remember that one. Catacombs? Is there a Chrono Trigger randomizer? I think there is. Gold ring is the succubus, right? Okay. I love the drums here. They sound so shitty, like they're being piped through an amp. But it just works for this song so well. Sounds like it's coming from a bar. Yeah, like you're in the next room over. Vinny, are you ever gonna stream Chrono Cross? Son. I have. Will I ever stream Chrono Cross again, is the question. And I'm thinking about that dragon quests, where you have to destroy 6 dragon gods. And my answer is... probably not. I think the stream I did of it is good enough. That'll stand the test of time. Maybe when I'm in my 40s. It's also a game that... like, you need a PhD to decipher. So, it is a great game. In many ways. But it doesn't... I don't know, it just doesn't have the same... thing that Chrono Trigger has. Still though, I mean... there's so much to like about it. But... it gets a little tedious. I say... trying to climb a shaft. Don't be afraid! That's right, the birth of Be Afraid. Vinny, do you think you would have given it the time of day if it didn't have the word Chrono in the title? I don't know. Maybe. It's not the longest game. So you can get through it and still get something out of it without having to spend 80 hours or so. Isn't it 60 hours? No. It's about 30. 25, 30. Shortest ending is like 2 hours. I thought it was shorter than Final Fantasy VII. Oh, anyway, here it is.
That voice! Alucard, it's you!
I'm coming, Mother! I'll save you!
No, Alucard! Don't come here!
But, Mother!
It's all right. If my death can save others, I'd gladly surrender my life.
Mother, no! Please, no!
Yes, Alucard. Watch me die, and remember always my last words to you.
Yes, Mother.
You must despise humans. They are to be your prey.
What?
Better for them to die than to let them compound their sins. Begin by slaying that one over there.
Good advice.
No, it wasn't like this.
What's wrong? Alucard.
My mother never said such a thing.
What do you mean? Kill them and bring them happiness.
No, you're not my mother. What kind of demon are you?
Demoned.
You broke free of my spell. I like that.
Demon, death is too good for you.
Come here, little boy, and show me what you've got.
Yep.
Darkling, I smell your blood. You're a vampire? Could it be? That strength, that beauty. You're the son of Lord Dracula.
How could you not know that? You just
Death in the
roleplayed as
dream
his
world
mother.
will set your soul wandering for eternity, demon.
Wait, I beg of you. Ah!
The voice acting is phenomenal. It really is. So she didn't know he was Dracula's son, even though she was role-playing as his mother, and clearly knew enough about him to get the details correct. You would think that the biggest detail was who she was married to. Anyway, so if you haven't seen the Castlevania TV show, it's that. Same quality voice acting and everything. It's kind of amazing how other versions of this game that don't have the shitty voice acting lose something. Like, I won't play a version of this game that has different voice acting and a different script. I just won't. Vinny, please say you're kidding before people actually believe you. Well, people believe everything. Whose people? Some people. Couple people. But no, the plot of the Castlevania TV show does cover Alucard's mother. It does cover how it went down. It covers why Dracula went crazy. Well, hateful. Why he reverted back to his hateful self. And then the quest of Alucard and Trevor Belmont and Sypha to destroy Dracula. And it's great. It's genuinely a fucking great show if you haven't watched it. I loved it. I heard some people had some shit to talk about it. Fair enough. I disagree. I enjoyed it. It's the plot from Castlevania 3, right? You want to go across the river?
I want you to meet your destiny.
Yeah, the pacing of the show is really weird. It has its own strange rhythm. Oh, I still don't have the thing that allows me to walk underwater without taking damage. I do, however, have infinite healing, so... Vinny, you have the Merman ring? Oh, I actually have to wear that fucking thing? It's not a ring, it's a relic. It should be already on. Someone said, but Vinny, have you ever been to a vampire orgy? We drank the blood of some people. I thought it was a good episode. For me, the mid-season episodes are just next level. There's a couple episodes in the middle there with the Baron and the guests, and that whole Baron plotline was just so fucking perfect. Vinny, are vampires scary? No, I don't find them scary. The only time I was scared of vampires was, and I'm gonna get some shit for this, was Interview with a Vampire. I saw it when I was like 9. It was at that moment that vampires were maybe scary. Because even like Dracula and Nosferatu, well, Nosferatu just looked creepy as fuck. And that was a creepy movie. I just don't remember it. So no, vampires never really did. My favorite vampire of all time, aside from Alucard, who's half vampire, so it doesn't really count, but is Cassidy from Preacher. Who? Preacher is a comic that was adapted for a TV show. And the TV show is pretty good, actually. It's not bad. It's not a 100% faithful adaptation, but it does what it does, and it's pretty good. But the comic is just amazing. It's my favorite comic, Preacher. There's actually a couple of improvements from the comic to the show. Just a couple, but mostly the comics are just amazing. Anyway, Cassidy, yeah, he's an Irish vampire, and he does a lot of drugs. He drank the blood of some people. And he's really funny, but he's also kind of terrifying sometimes. He's just got a really great storyline. And also, it's funny because Preacher is kind of a joke comic. Not entirely. It does take itself seriously when it needs to. But there's a lot of comedy. There's a lot of satire. It's from the mid-90s. Garth Ennis wrote it. But it is a really, really funny comic book. But the story of Cassidy becoming a vampire, the way they cover it, the way they handle it, you really actually feel for him. And you got to imagine how much the vampire thing sucks to the point where, you know, nothing's fun anymore. So it's weird how, for me, the best portrayal of a vampire and the shittiness of what that life must be like comes from a comic book. Vinny, how do you feel about the show only getting one more season that'll have to cram everything left into it? Wait, is that confirmed? the Preacher TV show only has 1 season left? What? They barely covered the rest of it. I guess the show didn't... Well, that sucks. I guess the show didn't do well enough to give them, like, 8 seasons. So, there were, like, Seth Rogen confirmed it. They will definitely be ending it. God damn it. So what do they do? 2 or 3 seasons? And they only covered maybe less than 50% of the material? Vinny, better to give the writers a finite end than to extend it beyond its charm or humor. What, you mean Walking Dead? The thing about it is, I'm okay with them ending it after, you know, a couple seasons, but there's a lot more that they need to do to get close to where that comic was. Like they have to set up character arcs that could last more than 1 season, in my opinion. Yeah, they did hit the high notes, and then there's a couple more that they could hit, but that's a shame. I really like that show. I was hoping for at least another 2 or 3 seasons. Someone said Walking Dead never had charm or humor, though. The thing about Walking Dead is that season 1 was good. 6 episodes, written and directed by Frank Darabont. Good stuff. And then they got rid of Frank Darabont. And it got way worse. It had its, like, I watched up until, we've talked about this TV show several times on the stream. And, I don't really feel like going back into the whole thing. I still can't get that. Now I can. Sword, do not kill. But, you know, there's some good things in the subsequent seasons, like the prison stuff worked out pretty good. They got close enough to the comics that I thought there were moments of goodness. Up until, like, season 5, and that's where I stopped watching, because it got painful. Okay, so here is a thing. I'm gonna save the game and I'm gonna get going in a minute, because we're about ready. I'm about ready to
I'm ready to serve, Master.
Oh my god.
A switch. Why don't I press it and see?
Oh, it just tickles me every time. Boy, these secrets are a lot less rewarding when it's random. Mablung. Ankh of Life. Fire Shield. Fire Mail. Opal Heart. A switch! Then you have a question, where did Harrison Ford under the floorboards come from? There's just too much explanation. I think it would just take a little bit too much time to explain fully. Heart of Vlad. That's good. So here's what it is. Just type Crystalia Eminem in YouTube and listen to his Eminem rap. Going hard on the floorboards. I don't even think he said exactly that, right? He wasn't talking about floorboards. Was that my invention? My bastardization of it? So what's the actual fucking line then?
Of course I'm on torrent. I'm driving a Porsche over the floorboards, over the 4 points, while you're in the 4 torrents, getting an abortion and a divorce at the same time to Harrison Ford and...
Yeah, that has nothing to do with Harrison Ford under the floorboards. He's not under there.
Torrent. I'm driving a Porsche over the floorboards, over the...
He's driving a Porsche over the floorboards. While he's getting an abortion...
4 points, while you're in the 4 torrents, getting an abortion and a divorce...
And a divorce to Harrison Ford.
At the same time to Harrison Ford and...
Sorry, Harrison Forden. Okay. Just checking. So yeah, not even the same actor. Different dude entirely. Yeah, I like Harrison Ford under the floorboards. He's in there. He's under there. He's looking for you. He's looking at you. Well, the good news is we're making progress. I might even be able to finish this entirely if I do one more stream of it, because I need to find, I mean, if I get lucky, I have 2 relics left to find, and I gotta get the spiky breaker, and then I can get the ring, and then I can go to the inverted castle. So I mean, you know, it's just a matter of getting the rest of Vlad. I already have 3 Vlad. So I need 2 other Vlad. Yeah, it's his Horcruxes. Has Vinny really never gotten a cape yet? I guess not. I guess not. Alright. Well, we're getting there. It's good. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad that I'm playing Symphony again, even if it is randomized and piss easy.